Particles are resolutions of constraints. This makes atoms patterns of resolutions. Chemistry is itself a pattern. Certain patterns persist simply because they can. Before life, before awareness, some arrangements of matter fit together well enough to remain, and others didn't. A few of the stable ones began copying themselves, and complexity accumulated wherever it was allowed to. As those structures grew more elaborate, interactions started to matter. The information mattered, detecting light, vibration, pressure. Each added constraint narrowed what could persist and expanded what could respond. Awareness didn't arrive all at once, it showed up as responsiveness, anticipation, and adjustment. Eventually, networks formed that could hold many patterns at once. Signals stabilized. Models of the environment became richer. Some systems began tracking their own activity, not symbolically, not narratively, but functionally. When a system can count for itself while interacting with the world, consciousness isn't introduced, it happens. The experience of choice follows from this. The self isn't an independent agent sitting behind the scenes. It's a maintained pattern, a model inferred from ongoing activity. Because that model is embedded in an enormous web of other constraints, decisions feel authored. They feel free. What actually is occurring are local resolutions inside a structure far larger than the one experiencing them. When many such systems interact, new layers stabilize. Language, tools, rituals, stories, cities. These aren't abstractions floating above reality. They persist for the same reason anything else does, because they fit across many minds at once. This becomes daily life, a routine, a conversation, attention resting on something small. None of this is secondary or accidental. This is reality resolving itself where meaning exists. The same logic holds at larger scales. Stars form, galaxies cluster, matter collapses, disperses, reorganizes. Nothing special is added at any level. The difference is only how many constraints are involved and how tightly they bind. Follow that far enough and the line between inner and outer starts to soften. The same constraints shaping cosmic structure are shaping perception, thought, and relationship. Awareness isn't outside reality looking in. It's one of the ways reality organizes itself where patterns grow deep enough. We aren't standing apart from the structure watching it. We are patterns inside it, complex enough to notice the structure that we are a part of. From there, it's no longer about what reality is made of. It's about what it's like for something inside it to experience itself at all. Experience doesn't feel abstract. It feels centered. There's a here, a now, a point everything seems to be happening from. That isn't an illusion layered on top of reality. It is what self-modeling feels like from the inside. When a system tracks its own activity, it doesn't do that globally. It does so locally. That information is incomplete, and access to it is asymmetric. The result is a perspective. A world appears, organized around a center that isn't even a thing. It's just a reference point. That is why experience feels private. It's not hidden. It's just that there can't be a view from nowhere. Every perspective is constrained by what it can access. The inside doesn't feel like an object because it isn't one. It's a process happening where information closes in on itself. Time feels different to experience as well. It's not a sequence of events laid out all at once. It feels like a flow. Memory trailing behind, anticipation leaning ahead. The present feels like it's on a knife edge even though nothing's actually moving through anything. That sense of motion is what it's like to be a system continuously updating its own state. Choice shows up in the same way. Options appear, deliberation happens, a decision feels selected from the inside. It feels open. From the outside, it's just resolution. Both of these things are true at the same time because they're both just descriptions from different levels of the same process. The feeling of being a self doesn't come from being uncaused. It comes from being localized, from being the place where many constraints meet without full visibility into the whole system. Freedom isn't about escaping structure. It's about what structure feels like when it's experienced from within. Meaning emerges at experience as well. It's not something imposed, it is relevance. Certain patterns matter more than others because they affect the stability of the system experiencing them. Pain matters, attention matters, love matters. Meaning is what constraint feels like when it's being lived. Nothing about this requires adding anything new to reality. No extra substances, no special agents or ingredients. This is what happens when patterns get dense enough to experience their own persistence. A self is not a thing inside the universe. It's a way the universe feels at a particular location. And once you see that, the strange part isn't that reality produces experience. It's that experience could ever feel separate in the first place, given what it actually is.